Yiyi walked into the familiar restaurant, but this time her heart was heavy with mixed feelings. She didn't like blind dates, but her friend Wang Mei insisted, so she agreed. As she pushed open the door, she saw a man sitting by the window. His face was so familiar, one she had dreamed about countless times. It was Chen, the man she thought she would never see again. Their eyes met, and for a brief moment, time seemed to stop. Yiyi's heart pounded as memories of their past relationship rushed back. They sat down in silence, each testing the waters. Wang Mei, cheerful as always, broke the ice. "Isn't this fate? You two were meant to meet again." She laughed and poured them all drinks. Yiyi's hand trembled slightly as she tried to avoid looking directly at Chen. He, on the other hand, smiled slightly, breaking the tension. "It's been a long time, Yiyi." His deep, familiar voice instantly took Yiyi back to their younger years. After the small talk, Chen brought up the reason they broke up all those years ago. Yiyi's heart tightened. She still remembered that day vividly, how her stubbornness and pride had led to their separation. Chen sighed. "I know I didn't handle things well back then, but I never forgot you." Yiyi remained silent, her emotional defenses slowly crumbling. She hadn't expected that Chen still remembered, still held on to their shared past. Yiyi's thoughts drifted back to their youthful days. She and Chen were inseparable in college, deeply in love and dreaming of a shared future. They would sit together on a park bench, planning their lives, and Chen promised to always stay by her side. But those dreams couldn't withstand the harsh realities of life. Too young, too impulsive, their misunderstandings led to their breakup. A faint smile crossed Yiyi's face as she remembered the carefree girl she once was. Their conversation shifted from the past to the present. Chen spoke about his career and life changes, while Yiyi shared her own achievements and struggles. They both realized how much they had grown. "Maybe we've both changed for the better," Chen smiled. "Perhaps now we're more suited for each other." Yiyi felt warmth bloom in her heart. This wasn't the same boy she once knew. He had matured into a man, and she found herself drawn to him again. During the conversation, Chen gently reached across the table and took Yiyi's hand. "Can we try again?" he asked softly. Yiyi was stunned. She hadn't expected their reunion to move so quickly. His eyes were sincere, filled with hope. She hesitated for a moment, her emotions swirling, but then she nodded, a small smile forming on her lips. "We can try," she whispered. After dinner, Yiyi and Chen strolled along the quiet, dimly lit street. The warm night breeze gently brushed against their faces. "Do you think we really have a chance?" Yiyi asked, her voice soft but curious. Chen looked down at her, his eyes filled with certainty. "We should at least try. We've already lost so much time." Yiyi smiled, feeling warmth spread through her chest. Perhaps this was their second chance at love. A few days later, they met again in a quiet park. Sunlight filtered through the trees as they walked along the path, discussing future plans. Yiyi felt lighter, freer, as though the weight of the past had finally been lifted. Chen, too, seemed more at peace. They weren't rushing into anything, but they both knew that this time, they were ready to face the future together, no matter what it held.